Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase, our marathon tech priced SpaceX Extreme, where we are almost done the marathon tech price part of it. When it's sort of like a pixel or half a pixel or whatever's left there, it is very hard to tell exactly how much time is left. So what we are doing now is we are returning to the science facility because I don't want to start blowing up stuff with our trains from outside of this area. They need to be diverted away once we have completed science. How are we doing at the moment? We're a little bit below where we should be, unfortunately. I never really worked out whether I had exactly enough iron production or not. It's possible that I was a bit light, and it really kind of... I wasn't that worried about it because it was just for this final phase that it was really likely to be an issue. But I mean, we're about to finish, so it doesn't matter if science has been slightly below our potential, I guess. How is this guy behaving? Pretty... it's not bad, actually. It's not too bad. I mean, you can tell all these odd numbers here are iron shortages, so yeah, it's kind of... we don't have enough iron to do everything at the same time, and the space science isn't launching fast enough as much as anything because the iron is not there. 31,000 launches. Launching is something else that we're going to want to shut down very soon. The other thing that I have done since last time when we fixed up all of this, which you can see is, well, I mean, there's still some level of queuing, but it's a lot more empty than usual. This is interesting. Maybe I need to carry on a pathway a bit further. It looks like that will clear, so it seems to be working quite well. Trains are, where are they? 5.2. So it hasn't exactly gotten trains below the, well, there you go, 4.9. We did it! It hasn't exactly gotten trains below sort of 5s, but there's not really too much we can do with the approach we've got here. That's interesting. This thing is now kind of highly stressed. Our new copper is working pretty well with that one, and this one, it might have already shortened a bit off here. I'm not entirely sure. In fact, it might be worth adding some more in there. I don't know if we have... oh, we do have some spare. Not a lot, but some is better than none, I guess. I don't have them on me though, so never mind about that. Still incredibly hard to tell where we're at. The other thing that I've done is I've actually done a bit of an explore, because the final push is going to need a whole new copper stack like one of these, except we will compress it like this in the build, and it will have this whole sort of format, not this sort of squishy one. And I'm thinking down here we'll probably end up doing yet another massive landfill operation through all of this. I did throw some nukes at some of the biters around here to clear it up and to get us heading in the right track. But yeah, it's a massive amount of water. So, I mean, in a nutshell, our plan is to shut down all of this and to clean it out. I'll probably keep the supply trains here. So we'll create instead a stack blue circuit, although it'll be a revised version of this. Since it's obvious we don't actually need this width, it will be squished up. So that should save a little bit. in terms of overall bot travel. You can see these trips are kind of long, so if it was only this much it would be helpful. So yeah, basically this size, this is good for just shy of 12,000. So another one will take us up to a 24,000 product blue circuits processing unit capacity, which we don't actually need to expand red and green to handle that. We're fine as long as we're not using a huge amount of red and green at the same time. So that's fine for our objective, which is the fusion reactor. So we'll build that facility up fairly quickly and start building the fusion reactors up here. Then we will expand, because we need about 115,000 red circuits. With this format we have about 35,000 in each one of these stacks, so that's about 70,000 or just over 70,000 red circuit capability. So that's not going to be enough for our final module push, so we will build another stack, probably 5 high rather than 4 high. Not that I really like them getting super long. Even 3 is probably about as long as I'd ideally really like, but I guess we'll do that. And then we need to expand green circuits by about another 200,000 capacity. So hence why we need another copper processing. This I do like this. It still needs a little bit more refinement. I do like this sort of idea, but this is only about 140,000 green circuit if it was at full whack, and we need to go up to about 200,000, so it would be 50% that length again, which seems to me to possibly be just too big a stack. Or like another 1.5 of these. So I'll probably go back. Oh, there we go! Faster than light propulsion systems finished. Whoops, there's nothing else that we want under T. What I want to do right now is go, I do not need any more of, actually that's the wrong thing to take out. These guys are the right thing to take out. Let's get rid of those. Let's send you away. Let's send you away. Do the same up here. We don't need you here. Go away. Go away. I mean, green and red is fairly inexpensive stuff. Don't order that iron. And red, I really want to get over to the other side and close down blue and purple. Which we will do right now. And as you can see, I have a few nukes at the ready for when we are done. No, you don't need to be here, you can go away. And yeah, you don't need to be wasting those. You can go away, and you can go away. Have any more trains lined up there? Not so much, good. So I actually lengthened this, well, stretched it out in the other direction so that I could get back to the other sciences fairly quickly. Maybe I could have had a construction robot set up over here if I'd really thought this through, but this approach will work as well. As the labs are winding down, we're getting a little bit better send these away. Just means we waste less. I don't want any wastage of these external resources. We're probably just going to have to blow up all the science because, yeah, nothing coming in there. Good. And this one up here, it's kind of too late to do too much. So I did go, I've already eliminated it anyway as a calling station. So I did already cut down on the interim products that are stored up in chests here. So for example, there's only one stack in these instead of a full chest, so that reduces the wastage. Now the only question is, do I want to preserve the modules and the beacons? Possibly, because at least that's not going to crowd up my inventory too badly. And I mean, if you're wondering, is there other research that we could do that would be useful? Well, yeah, probably any amount of productivity research, mining productivity research is all beneficial. Why do I have belt in here? Because I was experimenting with an alternate yellow science build. I don't know if it works. Where are we? Up here. I don't know if it will work, but and you've lost half of it, but it requires belt to feed through. It's basically because one of these machines actually feeds 2.5 yellow machines, so I'm trying to find a way to incorporate that and get the most benefit of it. Which you can sort of do this pattern to some extent, and then you run out of steam. But anyway, I need to actually test that in a test environment before getting into it, but that's why I had some belt in here. We don't need any of these things really. Let's use the other one. Keep the nukes. So, it's kind of a waste to blow up assembly machines, I suppose. Actually, before we start blowing up things, I'd like to turn off the launches. We don't need to keep launching satellites. That's just wasting resources. It's not so much that it's wasting resources, it's wasting UPS. It uses quite a lot of UPS. So let's run over to the silo and just tell it that satellites are not on the cards anymore. Silo is in here somewhere. There we go. Maybe it stopped anyway. No. No, it's going to launch more in a moment, so we do want to stop that. I'm not going to disable this part of it. I do still need it to launch the remaining SpaceX stuff, the 25 and the 25. So that's fine, but we just don't want to waste our money. Our money, so to speak, on satellite launches. So that one needs to be turned off. There will be no satellites. What? Where did you get? Oh, so it's not from that anyway. Let's do that. There you go. Oh, what? No, that's not what we wanted. If space science is less than 1, there you go, that'll do. Where are we getting the satellite from? That one's still on. That's better. Off. Right. That should stop unnecessary launches. So the total number of launches by the time we finish this should be this one plus 50 basically, unless some of these others have satellites already in them, which does not. Oh, they're already in here, so we might get 8 more. That's fine, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's get back to science and do what we came for. Hashtag science, because it is actually quite a long way from here back to here, back up to here. These ones are just the science trains. I'm not that worried if the science trains meet a sticky end. I don't want to deal with all of the beacons. The speakers. Whoops, why are you here? Go away. Okay, good. So, let's just see what we can extract from here. I mean, I guess roboports, robots and beacons are relatively safe for us to pick up, although you don't store them in huge quantities. The rest of it is probably just junk. So if we were to go here and say, alright, beacons, roboports, see how that works. Oh, substations would be fine as well. Substations, maybe inserters, and the red and blue boxes. What else? Suppose we could pick up rail. Okay, they're all going. Why are we getting these? Oh, that's because of the boxes. Alright. I don't want to be picking up those. Let's not do the boxes. They can just blow up. Oh, and let's put in our better, our greater number of fusion reactors for a little bit of extra charging. Sad to blow up all of these, but I don't want to pick up all this endless cable, which actually isn't as bad as it looks, maybe. So what I might do is, because I'm just going to do this through all of the builds really, and then nuke whatever remains. Maybe we'll experimentally take well, not so experimentally. We're going to run back and unload this collection. But yes, this could take a little while, so I guess I will pause and resume when it's going to be a little bit more exciting, which might be when we are kind of done. Okay, auto trash. I need you to auto trash these, 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 these. And I guess I might make this build or dependent on how much stuff there appears to be in the assembly machines, but for this one we'll actually attempt to get rid of the assembly machines and just see how bad it is. Oh no, it's just up there. Okay, that's fine. So how much crap are we going to fill up on? It's not too terrible so far. So I guess that was okay. Not sure what we're going to do with all that cable, but I guess getting the other bits was worth it. And I promised you nukes, and all you're getting is robot deconstruction. I'm pretty sure the nukes are still going to fly. But yeah, this is going to start dragging a little bit, so I'll pause it here and rejoin you soon. And back. So, I've ripped out all of the beacons. I actually took out the assembly machines from here and here, but all of the beacons and things of interest. I've disabled all of these trains. They're all on manual. This lot I haven't even touched. These guys are all disabled. I think we'll get rid of their train stops. Hopefully it won't cause any issues. I'm not entirely sure at this point, but I guess we'll see soon. There shouldn't be any train trying to seek here. So these are the special subscriber train stops. S for supply, if you like. And on the other side we have a bunch as well. And then I think it's time to cue the music. What music? Well, Pink Floyd. The Wall sounds appropriate, I think, as does my collection of nukes. I'm just going to do a quick save before I grab that one, because that actually caused me a problem, and I'd rather recover from a fairly close situation rather than a distant one. Resume. Okay, let's get rid of that, and just as well I did. Okay. Not entirely sure why we got that, but at least we can just reload and pretend that didn't happen. That's a bit of annoyance because I thought I had already turned off all of the trains that might have been heading to this train. Manual mode, manual mode, manual mode. Why does this one cause such a heartache? What about if I edit these things so that they don't even go there? Does that help? That does help. Good. That's what we needed. Right, so, is it safe to be around nukes? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But, as the song goes, we don't need no education. And I wanted to be at the top firing a nuke when I finished that sentence, but never mind. We will still be firing nukes, do not fret. So I haven't even tried to get the beacons and so on out of here. I mean, you've got to realise that the most important resource in this game is actually your time. It's not the time of how long it takes to gather resources. So, oh wait, stop doing that, robots. Come over here. Hopefully there is 50. I may have killed one or something along the way, doesn't matter. We're not doing that, robots. We are blowing stuff up. This is anarchy. This is not, you know, oh, please fix me time. This is time to die. Let's not get too close to the blasts. Frame rate and UPS tanking at this point as a whole lot of recalculations are being made. How awesome is that? Come on, keep firing these nukes. Education is for wussies. I don't want to take out this bit, which... oh well, we can fix that bit. I will allow my bots to fix this up, because that could be annoying otherwise. If we have the right things. Good. Oh, what are we missing here? Oh, we're missing a power pole. Alright, we need a big power pole. Just fix this. That should do. Right, back to sleep. Back to nuking. Yeah, that's kind of close, isn't it? Oh, we fixed some of that stuff. That's annoying. We don't need no thought control. That's about all the singing you're going to get from me. Who would build such a ridiculously large stack just to blow it all up? Come on, I ask you, that does not make a lot of sense, does it? That's looking pretty good. Alright, let's go over to the science creation blocks. Give them a little bit of the old whiz bang. Whiz bang boom. How many nukes do I have left? Plenty. Good. Don't need to go there. Military science. You were useful because you helped me have nukes, but beyond that, just don't need it. Right. Now, I don't really want any of these science pots at all, and I mean, I could pick up these locomotives carefully and, you know, put all of the science packs in boxes, or I could just say they're already in boxes. Why would I do that? Why would I pick them up again? Looks like we took out the fuel as well. Oh well, who needs fuel? I don't want to blow up my engineering train, but I would like to blow up that. Whoa, look how close that one was! Ha ha! Pyromaniac at work. And yes, I haven't had second thoughts about doing it on the other side, so this side can go up in flames as well. These things just take far too long to pick up. That's basically the issue. We better get out of the blast radius. Oh look, there's a train up here. Sorry about that, train. We don't need you anymore. You have been terminated. You can collect your paycheck at the door for the last time. And I think that is just about that. Why is this flashing? Because it thinks it's in the zone of something, does it? It's in this zone. Well, that pretty much wraps up that, guys. I hope you enjoyed our little bang party celebration. I got rid of most of the nukes. Alright, next episode. Why are we still in such low UPS? Because we're still actually cranking out this stuff because we used every last bit that we had, and we are trying to rebuild it all because all of these things are set to buffer up material quite substantially. So they're all, well, those ones not so much maybe, but maybe up here you can see iron, you know, flying away. They're all busy. This hopefully is dropping to a small manageable amount, and trains are hopefully starting to build up here. That would be nice. But yeah, you can see they're still quite busy. This one hasn't even stepped up yet. So yeah, this is still pretty busy over here. So next episode, what we're going to do is we are going to probably, we'll actually recycle a bit of this rail, but I'm basically going to build a one of these kind of guys, hooking into this line, so it's kind of will be the mirror image of that, I guess. Although I don't really like mirroring these things, it tends to have issues with what it does to stuff. So it might be that we actually like flip it upside down, have all the supply trains come up here and the exit ones at the bottom, and then it will come out. But that's all we need to get the next product underway. We may well set up the next product because it's really easy to set up these. We just need, it's 2 steps. So portable fusion reactors, fed as quickly as we can into the fusion reactor. That's what we have installed for next episode, and while that runs, over the next 1 or 2, we'll be building up copper, the next copper stack, maybe a copper and a half with more over here, another red stack in here, and probably a green circuit stack sort of along these lines, but probably with a 12 beacon setup. Anyway, that's what's in store for us. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye for now.